Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel of Overgrown Gaming. Let's run some Mythic Plus dungeons in World of Warcraft. Today we are going to be running a Algeth'ar Academy, level 15, as an Arcane Mage. The weekly affixes are Tyrannical, Spiteful, Quaking, and Thundering. I will be doing my best to give a live commentary of the dungeon run. If you are into that kind of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
How wonderful.
So I believe it's this guy with the versatility buff. We're going to go ahead and pick that up.
Well,
and
seems like indeed. Come with us.
We are going to be working towards the tree boss.
These lashers must have grown wild while we were away. Please.
Right. Oh, I do want to hit Frost Nova before the Quaking goes off. That will interrupt me out of that cast. And after this Vile Lasher cast Detonation Seeds, we'll go ahead and dodge this. We'll move into position to do a burn. Alright, we'll go ahead and... Alright, someone did go ahead and dispel the Thundering Affix on the, well, before it went off, I should say. Alright. Let's see, is there a Vile Lasher in here? There is. Okay, go ahead and kind of root them in place again. I don't want a Spiteful Shade chasing me around just yet. You know what we can do? We can actually use this ability, Shifting Power, actually after the Detonation Seeds come out. I'll go ahead and use it. And well, after Quaking happens as well. Oh, okay. God, this is a really rough pull. I don't like this one bit, but you know what? It's fine. We'll go ahead and use some cooldowns. Okay.
The elements answer to me!
Okay. It's a very intense pull, so I'm not talking too much through it. But you know, we are almost done here, and so far no one has died yet. So already this is way better than I was expecting this part to go. Luckily, it is a fortified week, so the adds this week are not too difficult to deal with, but it's still
What are you doing?
Still a pretty rough area.
Me? That is too much
Anyway, we are
nature.
going to go on to the first boss now. I will be saving Hero for when the boss hits 100 energy. That way we can focus the adds down as well.
Absolutely not.
Alright, let's go ahead and...
Help us, new students.
You know, let's do a burn. Okay. We'll apply Radiant Spark to the target for Arcane Blast. Okay. Use Presence of Mind to avoid... getting interrupted out of the Arcane school of spells from Quaking. Alright, adds are out. We can go ahead and switch over to an AoE rotation. AoE style rotation, which is good. Add is coming out. Dispel on the Thundering Affix is good. Okay, Ancient Branch. We are going to focus the Ancient Branch as well. Healing Touch should be interrupted. Alright. Make sure we stand in this green circle. Germinate will be coming out in a couple seconds. Alright. And once he does branch out, we will go ahead, or bust forth I should say, we will go ahead and pop Hero. Okay. Alright. And this should be good. We've got the Druid doing quite a bit of damage there. Over 170k, it looks like. Which is actually pretty big for us. That will actually make this boss fight a whole lot easier. Maybe we can get away with killing this guy before the next round of adds comes out. We will be focusing the Ancient Branch here. Go ahead and do some AoE damage. Okay, let's go ahead and focus the boss. I will go ahead and hit Shift and Power to get some of my cooldowns back. Germinate is going to be coming out in 2 seconds. Alright, we can dodge it while we do Arcane Missiles. Okay. Make sure I have some shield to protect me from that damage, and
this
that's going
all
to be the
could
first
have been
boss down.
avoided by
We'll go ahead and hit slash here, move on to the
someone
next
not
one.
trying too hard.
Alright. So this next boss, I should be able to have my personal bloodlust available for when the next boss happens. I am using the talent, I believe it's called Temporal Warp, where if you have this debuff on you called Temporal Displacement, but you have a Time Warp off cooldown, you can use Time Warp to give yourself basically your own personal bloodlust, which is really helpful. We'll go ahead and use some cooldowns on this guy. I know I'm not going too much into the Arcane Mage rotation, but you know what, it's only a level 15. Level 15 is low enough where you don't really need to know how to play your class all that well. Just make sure you focus on doing the mechanics of the dungeon properly, not dying.
The elements answer to me!
Hey, that's about it. You should be able to succeed fairly consistently, as long as you just don't die to stuff that you shouldn't be dying to. But anyway, I guess in this next pull, actually the pull after this, I could go into kind of more detail about how the arcane rotation works. But basically, the idea is that you have two phases to the arcane rotation. You have what's called the burn phase and the conserve phase. So the conserve phase is a little bit easier to explain. It's literally just use your spells in such a way that you have enough mana for your next burn phase. And the burn phase basically amounts to putting Rune of Power down. So you start by putting a Rune of Power down. You apply Radiant Spark to a target, and then you cast 4 spells on your target. And then your 5th spell, after Radiant Spark goes out on the target, is going to be a Barrage. And you notice that in one of the barrages, I actually also apply Touch of the Magi to the target while the barrage is traveling to the target. And the idea is that Radiant Spark and Touch of the Magi provide you with, they give you burn windows, where you try to do as much damage as possible to the target in that small amount of time. It's a very kind of high and low type of DPS profile. Anyway, if you do want more information about how the rotation works, I'm being chased by a spirit. I should probably get away from that. Anyway, if you do want more information about how the rotation works, there are enough guides on YouTube. I think you could just look one up on your own time. The guy I go to for my guides is this player named Phosphorus. He's kind of proven himself as one of the top arcane mages in Mythic Plus content, and I think he has he's a pretty decent guide. Every season.
That is Talentos for you soft skins.
Alright, I do have 30 seconds still on my time warp before I can use my personal bloodlust, basically. So I should have this up for this fight.
Huh? At least we know that works.
Here on this boss, yeah, we will
Watch
be.
yourselves.
So when we're fighting this boss does, what is it called, like Deafening Screech, I think. And that will apply, you know what, actually, I will save the personal bloodlust for when I have Arcade Surge. But yeah, this boss does, I believe it's called, like, Deafening Screech or something. And it applies stacks of Sonic Vulnerability to you. And so we're going to wait until we have about 4 stacks before we do the kind of goalpost mechanic. Alright? We are standing near the priest so that when we do need to dispel this, I can simply sidestep. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit Frost Nova before the Deafening Screech goes out. I do not want to be interrupted by that. Alright. We'll wait until we have, what is it? 4 stacks of Sonic Vulnerability. I will go ahead and give myself personal bloodlust. Okay. Oh, this is the worst timing for this. You know what? We will not even bother with Arcane Surge this time. I just wanted to salvage that that burn so we get enough damage going out. Unfortunately, this does mean we are going to be running a little bit low on mana. Okay. So the goal is already out. I'm not sure how that happened. You know what we can do? We can hit Shifting Power to get some of our cooldowns back, hopefully.
Marked by lightning!
I was, you know, worried that I wasn't going to have enough room there. We still have 18 seconds.
The goals are up. Take these.
All right, we are on emergency, kind of emergency mana mode right now. I will have Deafening Screech. Sorry, not Deafening Screech. I will have Evocation, but I'm going to wait for Deafening Screech. We do have a man down. Deafening Screech is happening. We'll go ahead and... Oh, okay. We have another man down. I do have my racial ability. My racial ability actually does give healing to people that need it. So if they need some, you know, supplementary healing, we can use that. Go ahead and... Okay, hopefully I can make it in. Okay, there we go. I will position myself over here. It looks like... Okay, they have already put the balls in the...
The elements answer to me!
I'm not sure why I'm not being blown by the, whatchamacallit. You know, we will go ahead and dispel on the tank right now. Okay, I am getting the wind now. Not sure why I wasn't getting the wind before, but you know what? It's fine. Okay. We will, we'll do Arcane Explosion there, just so I can, kind of avoid getting hit by the Deafening Screech. This is probably the worst boss fight in this, dungeon, especially on Tyrannical Week for my Spec, but you know what? The boss is down now, and so we'll go ahead and give ourselves a slash shield. Maybe even res this guy back. We still have 20 minutes for the rest of the dungeon, so I think we're doing pretty okay on time. We're doing pretty good on time, I'd say. Maybe even like prepare myself a little bit.
Friend of Rummel's, like you.
Alright. We do have Lust for the next boss, and depending on how quickly we clear the next trash mobs, we might even be able to have Lust for the last boss as well. Alright, we'll go ahead and reapply Arcane Intellect to everyone. Give everyone, you know, the buffs back. I think I can interrupt Surge, although maybe I should have interrupted Mana Void instead. But you know what, it's fine. Oh, we do have the worm coming out. Okay. Alright. You know what? We'll do an AoE burn on this pack and we'll worry about the worm later. Oh my god. So many swirlies. I'm about to get hit by that frontal. I will need to... This is not the greatest. I did have to dispel the Thundering Affix on someone though, or else I would have been stunned for 5 seconds. Probably look at that, look back over that couple of seconds to see if I could have played that better, but you know what, we're fine, everyone's alive. We can actually hit Shifting Power to get some of our cooldowns back. I'm not worried about the Arcane, the Quaking interrupting our Shifting Power cast, since Shifting Power is part of the Nature school of spells, and it is literally my only Nature spell, and the thing is, once I use it, that's basically it for like, you know, a minute, so it's not that big of a deal if it interrupts that. So that's why I'm not worried about it interrupting, you know, the Quaking interrupting Shifting Power. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and do a burn on this pack. On the 4, and then we throw in a barrage, and that should be good. Alright. Spiteful Shade is out, we'll go ahead and Frost Nova them in place. Actually, I do want to charge up some Arcane Harmony stacks. You'll notice that when I use Arcane Missiles, it charges up this Arcane Harmony right here. And Arcane Harmony actually increases the amount of damage that your barrage does, so it's important to get as many Arcane Harmony stacks on built up before you go into a burn phase, which I'm about to do in a couple seconds. I just do want to you know, get some of my cooldowns back. Alright. Go ahead and throw the barrage in. Here's barrage at spell number 5. We We do have shades out. Let's go ahead and hit it with the Frost Nova to keep them from reaching me. Then we can focus our DPS back on the Ravager. That should be good. I'm going to want to move to interrupt the Arcane Missiles cast.
Marked by lightning.
Also, the way Quaking works is that kind of every 20 seconds the game does a coin flip, and depending on the well, essentially it's a coin flip because it's like I think it's like a I don't know the actual kind of probabilistic weight on that coin flip, but basically every 20 seconds the game chooses whether or not to use the Quaking. And so you can generally expect the Quaking to come in intervals that are multiples of 20 seconds, right? But I also believe that there's like a limit on how long you can go without a Quaking. So, you know, after a certain point of time, there's definitely a Quaking that's going to happen. I haven't done too much research into that, but I have seen other people use like, you know, certain add-ons and stuff for, you know, those kinds of mechanics and the affixes and things like that. But you know what? You might have noticed that I'm not using any add-ons, and that's because I firmly believe that add-ons aren't really that important. I am asleep. That's going to completely throw off my
The elements answer to me.
my rotation. But you know what? So I'm going to use Ice Block to kind of salvage that a little bit. Monotonous lecture from these books does need to be interrupted. I will go ahead and Frost Nova right here. I think I may have been late on the interrupt. I'm going to need to get away from that. Here we go. Alright. And this was a pretty bold pull of him to do. I will go ahead and Frost Nova that. Hopefully I can farm some harmony stacks on these shades. Okay, so it's not that many harmony stacks. Wasn't that great, but you know what? We'll work with it. I think we are going to hero on pull. Okay. Go ahead and set up a set up some mirror images.
Vexamus fiercely, attempting to prevent it
All right.
from absorbing stray arcane orbs that could allow
We'll go ahead and
it to
move
grow
in front of this
further
orb,
out of
and then
control.
1, 2, 3. We'll go ahead and I think we can do it. There we go. All right.
Vexamus began manifesting powerful arcane bombs in order
Okay,
to
we'll move
drive
over here,
back
kind of
the
block these
dragons.
bombs. We are doing alright. I think I can go ahead and hit shifting power to get some like cooldowns back. You know what? Nature lock is not something I am too worried about. We will go ahead and move over here to kind of dispel off that. And then we have 3 swirlies coming out, and after the 3rd swirly we can actually go back into doing our rotation. And that was not what I wanted to do for my rotation. I hit the wrong button. I don't know why I used Arcane Missiles there, but that's actually going to cost me a bit of DPS. But you know what? We should be able to recover from this alright. I don't think it's too big of a deal. Mana bombs are coming out. We will go ahead and position ourselves, but also we will use Evocation to get some of our cooldowns back. And then once this comes out, we will go ahead and move out of the puddle. And Arcane Explosion is not what we're worried about. We're worried about Arcane Fissure. And then it's going to knock us back. 3 swirlies are coming out. We'll go ahead and pick up. Okay, we're not going to pick up that orb, I guess. We're just going to walk right by it. But you know what? We can reposition ourselves, stand right here.
Marked by
Bombs are coming
lightning.
out. We'll go ahead and use Arcane Surge. We do have some extra damage from this Thundering Affix, and I think this will be able to help us kill the boss in the next like 3 or 4 seconds, and that's going to do it for boss number 3. Go ahead and slash G.
It was ultimately destroyed.
We are going to
Well done.
forget to you know, dispel the Thundering Affix, but you know what? It's fine. We're still alive. It'll only cost us maybe 1 or 2 seconds on the you know, on the dungeon run. But you know, we are in a good position to clear this dungeon on time. So all we have to do is just keep doing what we are doing. Okay, it looks like we are going to include some more ads in this pool. We are going to bring in some more ads in this pool. So I will go ahead and we'll do an AoE burn. Alright. Okay. I think the target that I was originally targeting actually died already, so that's why I've switched over. It was kind of a little bit of a iffy kind of happening going on right there. Okay, we've got the Spiteful Shades out. Okay, all of the ads have been taken care of. I wasn't too much focused on, you know, if I was hitting the right target. I was more focused on, like, not dying. You saw my health drop below, like, I want to say it was like 5%. We are going to go ahead and where is... Oh, the Paladin is way up ahead, and we are going to get stunned because the Paladin is way too far. Okay, never mind. I guess the Paladin had a tornado on him or something. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I feel like sometimes the Thundering Affix, it only puts, like... It's not consistent with the types of charges it puts above people's heads, so it's like... You don't know... Sometimes you don't know whether or not, like, the stun is actually going to, you know, go off. But anyway, we are here now with no hiccups from that earlier Thundering Affix, so, you know, I won't complain too much about it. And we're going to go ahead and go into... Okay, the healer is out of mana. But you know what, it's fine. I don't think... Oh, okay, never mind. This, we do have a patrol right there that I do need to watch out for. Also, we do have a Spiteful Shade chasing me, but you know what, it's not that big of a deal. We'll go ahead, let's farm some Arcane Harmony stacks before we go into this burn, and then I will go ahead and do a... Let's do an AoE burn, I think that's fine. Do I reach him? Okay, that's good.
Marked by lightning.
Wait for Quaking to happen before we start our cast. Alright. There is another Spiteful Shade that is out. They're going to go ahead and... he completely missed the D-spell, but you know what? There we go. I mean, the healer is out of mana, but you know what? Like, the trash mobs aren't too big of a deal. Okay, we can actually use Shifting Power to get some of our cooldowns back, and that way we can actually go into... Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop casting really quick. I don't want Quaking to interrupt me. Alright.
Greetings, me. Who are you? You are not registered here. This room is only for students.
Alright. I kind of miscounted the Radiant Spark there. Because some of my spells that didn't actually, like, hit the target that I was targeting, but you know what, it's fine. Let's type in mana.
Marked by lightning.
Alright. We'll let the healer get some mana back. We do have well over 8 minutes. We need one more pack anyway. Okay. One boss fight, one more pack should be fine.
These
Alright,
are
we'll go ahead.
sacred
I actually
halls of
have
learning.
personal
Only
hero,
those
so we'll go ahead and use that.
registered may access them.
Okay. 2, 3.
Think about what you have done.
Go ahead and throw the barrage in. Maybe touch the Magi. She is going to pull us in about 2 seconds, I want to say. After this energy bomb, she will pull us in.
Merit points for you.
We'll throw the barrage in. Okay, then we'll blink out of that. Let's go ahead and hit Shifting Power to get some of our cooldowns back. Astral Breath is coming out, but in a different direction than the one I'm standing in. Alright. We'll go ahead and use cooldowns. I don't think she's gonna pull us in anytime soon, so I think I'm free.
Think about what you have done.
We'll wait until Quaking happens. Good thing about pulling us in is that doesn't interrupt my missiles if I do have clear casting procs. The clear casting procs are basically these kind of purple crescent things you see on the front of my screen. I think I'm free to hit Evocation, get some of my mana back. Evocation will end before I before the Quaking happens. We will go ahead and dispel on the Druid. Just preemptively, you know, I don't want to... Okay, we gotta dodge a bunch of orbs. A bunch of balls are coming out now. They're flying out.
Marks for poor students.
Okay, we'll go ahead and kind of run in front of that. Okay, I think I'm not in the... Yeah, I'm not in front of that Astral Breath, so we're not too worried about that. I am worried about having to dodge these balls. It's like playing DDR over here. Right, I don't know if you, any of you watching are old enough to know what DDR is.
Go to the corner.
Right? Is that something that, like, younger people still play these days? I don't know. What I do know is that we do have shifting power and we can use it to get some of our mana back, although, yeah, we don't want to be getting hit by those balls because they will be dropping like pools of stuff on the ground, and that would be bad. Oh my god. It's like one of those Japanese games, I forgot the name of them. Okay, we need to get out of that. Okay, this is getting a little wild.
Poor marks for poor students.
Okay, we'll go ahead and hit, you know, if he needs it, I will go ahead and put my healing on him. I think the healing will be enough. We do have a man down. Oh, okay. I won't even use my blink this time. Oh my god.
Demerit points for you.
This is kind of wild. We also have a DPS down, so the DPS is going to be... I think I just saw one of those things on the ground disappear though, so it does look like they... I'll wait for her to pull us back in, or actually maybe we can just take her down right now because she's pretty low. There we go. That's boss number 4. We will need to go out and get one more pack, and then that should be it for this boss, or sorry, for this dungeon.
Oh dear. It seems the parameters I wove into my out-of-office spell were a bit extreme. Thank you for all your help in getting the school ready.
Alright. We'll interrupt the arcane missiles. And it looks like the druid did res. Hopefully this does not stun us. Okay, that's good. We'll focus on one target. And then I think killing these, just killing 2 of these targets should do it for this dungeon. Right? Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Okay, we'll focus the restore, and there it is. That is Algeth'ar Academy, level 15. We'll go ahead and slash cheer. Thank everyone for helping us complete the dungeon. And even congratulate them on beating the dungeon in time. How much IO is that? That was 12 IO. That's pretty massive. Mostly you'd expect only about a 5 or 10 IO increase. And of course we are an Arcane Mage, so common courtesy here is to give everyone a portal back to the main hub of the expansion. And that's going to about do it here for us, so if you liked what you saw here, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and if you want to see me run any other dungeons during Dragonflight Mythic Plus Season 1, let me know in a comment down below which dungeon from the roster you'd like to see me run, and hopefully I can get a VOD of that out. Anyway, that's going to do it for me here, so I hope you all had fun watching, and I will see you all later.